Oh, baby. I had to get one of these. I had to get one of these. I mean, regardless of how you feel, if you're in my position, this is an important knife. Okay, I mean, Spyderco. First of all, Spyderco, right? I was on a podcast with Ray at Everyday City Carry, and he gave me three brands. He says, if all you could carry is one of these three brands, which brand would it be? And I picked Spyderco. They have so many different models, okay? They have so many different things that they can choose from. I guess maybe I should pull this out. It break my heart to do that. How did it stay on when I was carrying it the other? It must be welded here, because yeah, I that is weird. How'd that happen? That should have come off in my pocket or something. That's strange. But this is under 7 inches, and but they were saying, what would it be? And I love the PM2, the Para 3. I mean, the amalgam, the Tropin. I mean, oh, come on, the Yohimbo, the Yo Jumbo. The Tatanka is like one of my all-time favorites. It's a humongous knife, and just like keep going, right? I mean, just there's a billion different models. So I mean, if you just had to choose one brand, Spyderco wouldn't be a bad choice. Wouldn't be a bad choice. And this is really an interesting knife. Of course, this is a Kingdom Armory design. Here is the Spyderco Stovepipe. Okay. It's a chunky little monster, I mean, this is not super lightweight for its size. This is not that lightweight, okay? I mean, I've got 7-inch long knives that are 2.4, 2.5 ounces. This is not that, okay? But, Dave over at Kingdom Armory is a custom knife maker, and it's 137 grams. And so he has taken some of these and done a hand ground blade, and that's a different thing than the bench series of knives that he's done with Chad Nichols. So he's got several different series of knives other than full-on custom. Almost 5 ounces, 4.83 ounces. So you could check his site out, by the way, because I was just kind of curious about it. Kingdom Armory, of course. And Dave, I'm calling it Ride Bomb. I don't know, but if I got it wrong, please excuse my ignorance. But the Bomber Edition is where he'll take an existing, like the Spyderco, but see, he's ground the blade differently, okay? So, and it's only $127.50, okay? No problem. You're gonna get one of those like crazy. And this is the blue collar Bomber, hand ground, okay? So, and that's out of stock. That was a cheapie. I'd get 10 of those. And okay, and then there's the bench series that if you Chad Nichols, okay, and Dave do. So that's I think Chad has got the automated machinery and stuff, and so he can do this and that, and then he turns it over to Dave, and then Dave finishes out the project. So they're kind of not a full custom, if you know what I mean, but okay. And then this is a pause and read, but okay, I didn't want to get into necessarily all that in detail, but you see what I'm saying. But this is Bill the Butcher. It is a butcher, but it's a little butcher, not a full-grown butcher. It's a little butcher. I just want to see Daddy, that's all. I want to see Grandpa. And this would be so cool. I mean, sometimes, don't you think, like, what a great idea this was. What a great idea. But And here comes a but. I know a lot of you guys are like, this is cool. This is okay. This size is fine. Okay, I get it. But just put some growth hormone on it for a few of them, a couple hundred, and let's blow it up. I mean, let's get it close to 9 inches overall length, 3.8, 3.9 inch blade. This would be baddest of the bad boys. I mean, I don't even think Dave, that I could see on his site, ever made anything over 8 inch. Okay? And this is 6.75 or something like that. So, I mean, so one of his customs or whatever would be much bigger than this. Yeah, 6.75 at 17 centimeters and under 3 inch blade. Okay, like 2.8, something like that, and whatever, wherever you want to measure it. Okay, but I'm just saying. And did you see the millimeters or whatever? I'll kick it back here. Okay, like 70 something. But even though this is still a way cool knife, I'm not like flipping up and backwards over the hardware here. I would think you could have really put some more sophisticated looking, okay, you know, something like that. Instead, now this is contoured. So sometimes that may look a little awkward. This is my Tucson Vandal, but it may look a little awkward with that kind of clean machined hardware if you're doing a contoured. So, okay, maybe that's the reason, I don't know, but I like the machined look a little bit better. I think you could have done it here as well, kind of a little different there. Pocket clip is not, you know, screaming for attention necessarily, and it's a frame lock, which yeah, there's a lot of frame locks out there. Some people are I'm getting a little bit of frame lock burnout, but I'm trying to think of really a much more effective way to approach this knife than doing this. So I might have to default and say frame lock is probably the best alternative. Got a backspacer on here, although it's like not flush here. It's recessed. So, okay. I'm trying to figure out why necessarily you would do that. So I'm sure somebody's brilliant enough to point it out, and I'm just a complete ignoramus and not understanding, but I would have had it flush. This might be interesting to, you know, shot blast this and get it raw with none of this darkened, you know, ano kind of stuff on here, and then and go anodize it. Maybe a bronze or something might be really a cool look. But you know, that blade is not satin, and it should not be. It is correct, I think, to keep it as a stone wash, because this is a bad boy. See, that was the whole thing that kind of hit me about this knife. Is like, this is not a gent carry. It's almost 5 ounces. It's almost double the weight of most of the other under 7 inch knives. Okay, so it's not a lightweight, discreet gent carry. So what the hell is it? And it's a Build-A-Butcher knife. It should be badass, and therefore it should be big ass, I think. But okay. I mean, they made an intentional choice to do this, and therefore, I mean, you can question that, but then, like, what is the knife as it stands? Well, okay. I like it as it stands. If you're going to accept the choices that they made. Okay, just the knife itself, like construction-wise, feel in the hand, things like that. Okay. Now, here, okay, and I'm caught right here, and I'm kind of up on the hump back here. It's okay. I can adapt. It's not that uncomfortable from an ergo standpoint. It's definitely not an ergo king, but the cool factor is just beyond belief. I mean, the cool factor is way, way cool. This, like, where you disengage this seems like way back, doesn't it? And does that present an issue? Depending on how you position your thumb, it might. But really, it's not just, it's a little late over the detent. It's not just swinging super free, and we will take this apart and check it out, but I think, yeah, it's probably on washers there and not on bearings. So, and you got a butcher blade. You got a badass back boy, back alley bad boy. Yeah, bearings may be a little like fidgety friendly and too much fluff maybe for this kind of a real badass. And probably his customs aren't like that either. Probably don't have bearings either. So, not that I'll ever be able to afford a full custom from Kingdom Armory. And if I was going to do it and really put the money there, I'd be talking to him about, how big can you make it? Okay. But this is made in Taiwan, which is the free China, where people are free to do whatever they want, like they do in Canada, Australia, and the US, free. And so, yeah, stay away from that. You can put your thumb right here. You can have control of that blade. And will it cut anything? I mean, do you really even care? Do you? It's just so cool looking. It's got 20 CV steel. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it'll cut. It'll cut. Comes in a zipper pouch. Warning. In California, this will get you executed. Yeah, I like that free country. Stovepipe. I know I'm going to hear from the California people here. I'm just kidding. Okay, and you get a sticker, crafted for life. And there's your warranty and all this kind of stuff. And where's Janich? I know this is Michael Janich that writes these, or at least last I knew it was. So here you go. You get the whole story, constructions and materials. This is a foundation of the knife stout Reeve integral lock mechanism. But this will give you the story of this is why it's $420. Okay? It's like, hold your throat, buddy. Okay. Enough of this insanity. But I do like the fact that they put a pamphlet in there and they actually talk about the knife and the designer, and it's an important collaborative and it's way cool. I like that. And we will disassemble this because, by God, I'm sure I've got plenty of critical shit to say about it once we get it apart. But yeah, it's cool. And how thick is it? And because we know it's heavy for its size. Okay, well, I figured that as much just by looking at it online. 0.56 at 14.3 millimeters, so it's definitely not a super Slenderina. And almost 4 millimeter thick blade stock, 3.9 at 0.15. Okay, so yeah, it ain't this. Okay, folks, it ain't this. Although this is bigger than this. Hold on, that's insane, isn't it? Okay, yikes. How about my little Cinco? How about Cinco? How are you doing, Cinco? From Richard Rogers. Wow. See, I look at these knives and I go, these are little, discreet carry, little tiny knives. And yet, for some reason, this seems bigger than it really is, especially when you compare it to other things. How about a huge knife like my Civivi Elementum button lock? And of course, this has got a 3.5-inch blade. So this is a monster. Look at that. Compared to that, even though I consider this to be a relatively small knife, I guess. How about a button lock? We're going to go button lock. The Vandal. So yeah, way smaller. Of course, this is not really a knife. This is a machete, according to Tri-State. It's like, crazy bastard. But, okay. I like it. It's centered. I mean, there's no blade play. The lockup is strong. I mean, this is 50% in, isn't it? Disengagement's easy to do right through here. Okay. And there it is. And you can shake it down. I don't think the action is bad considering, oh, it's laid over the detent, is bad considering it's on washers. It's just that it's so late, see, over that detent ball. It doesn't really, I mean, it's a little scary to have to fold it almost all halfway through just to get it to get over that detent ball. So, okay, there's that, I guess. So, I see a lot of people do this, and I do it too, right? So, you can fidget with it that way. But I never could figure this out. This is kind of strange how this is depressed down under here. And it'd been kind of nice if they'd have done something a little bit more decorative with the back spacer, maybe put a fuller down the middle of it or something just as a little bit of visual interest like they did here, or maybe make it look like it's suspended, like kind of cut some off the sides or do something. I don't know. Just would have been maybe a little bit more interesting to me. But the rest of it I like a lot. Reverse grip I can do. Okay, I can do. So, yeah, ergo's not perfect for me because I'm sitting on the hump here. Yeah, we got to reroute the transmission here. I'm sitting on it. You ever do that in the old days? Never mind. Okay, cars. But, okay, it's a badass. It's got a hole in the blade so you can Spidey flick it. So, and it flicks nicely, So I got no problem with that either. Okay, let's see if we got number 8. So we got number 8 here, and then we got number 6 there. Why would we do that? I mean, yeah, that kind of jacks me. It's like, are we just using the spare parts bin? It's $420 freaking dollars. I bought mine on White Mountain Knives, by the way, so it was $420. But I used my 10% discount code, and he doesn't charge tax, and he doesn't charge shipping. So if you paid $420 and then you paid tax on top of that, what did you pay? Like $460 something or whatever? And I paid $387. So that's a big difference, right? So use the LTK discount code when possible. When possible. And it's not an affiliate link. I don't get paid for it, whatever. And there's like 10 other reviewers that have a discount code for White Mountain Knives. So it's not like I'm unusual in that respect. Okay, let me see how I want to approach this. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Wow, that they would use 2 different size. Well, let's see how this comes apart. See if one part will move, the other. Well, it's not moving. The other side's not moving, so maybe we were smart by picking this side, or it does look squared off there, doesn't it? So this probably would not have moved regardless. And you know what? That's a lot of slop in there. I wonder if this should have been a number 9 on that. Here's a 10. Okay. My bad. It's a 10. This pivot is a 10, and I got it apart with an 8, but okay. Yeah, I knew there was some slop in there, but it's a 10. Okay. Now, this is not a 10, this is an 8. So what am I doing? Come on, get back in here. Okay, let's do this. This is an 8. And oh my God, this is a typical Spyderco. Says, I don't want you to take this apart. You ever have this on their PM2s as well? Holy shit, I've had some stuff where, oh my God. I thought I was going to, twist the whole knife in half. Okay, maybe a D shape on this to keep this from rolling, huh? Okay, well, let's get it apart then. That's strange. Can we just wiggle this away? Okay. Okay, so it's not weight relieved underneath, which could have taken some weight off of here unless you really wanted it to be 4.8 ounces. And we got, bronze washers. Okay. That's clean. It's nice. It looks pretty good. It's no shavings or garbage really to speak of. And so it's a simple little setup, isn't it? There's the other side. And so this is easy breezy, isn't it? Now there's that. Let me see. Yes, we got a flat spot here. So we got the no spin zone here. And this is just a machined area. And we have, well, there's the surround, pivot surround on that side. So we got a ceramic ball. We don't have a hardened steel insert, and I don't think we need one. Do you see this? I think they heat treated that to harden that. Okay, to harden that face is what they did. Check that out. See that? Yeah. And I wasn't getting any lock stick or anything going on there, so and really they machined a situation. Wow, I don't know. What is that? Oh, that's just for the that's just for that to go in, but oh, because that's okay, never mind. So that's the over travel. Okay. And it can sit in there, and that way, yeah, it won't go too far. But yeah, they did something here to harden that face. I'm thinking, correct me if I'm wrong, but it just looks like they did. And this is a big fat son of a gun. Where's my? Yeah, come here. Most of my stops are around 3 millimeters. That's 0.17. That's 4.3 millimeters. What was it the other day I had? Oh, it was on that Hoback Summit. It was 4.8 millimeters. No, it was like 5.2 millimeters, I think, on the Summit for the Hoback. So, but still, this is heavy duty. That's rough. That's tough. Still can't figure this out. Don't know why. Don't know why I would recess that, but okay, whatever. I don't think it's a good look, but that's just my opinion. Okay, I mean, this should go back together nicely, no big deal. And, okay, so we've got this, which is our little surround, which also acts as an over travel stop. Little by little, you put these things together in your mind, you're going, okay, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out what's going on here. And so, that's my exploration as well. And of course, this little area's got a little flat spot on the frame that matches that. So it's not going to spin. So by opening it from the front, it was a smart choice, 'Twas a smart choice. And here's the stop. And I am going to, I'm gonna put some of this. It was kind of oily there regardless when I took it apart, so I think I'm gonna do that, and maybe even, okay, just touch it there. I'm gonna put this on, okay, and compress the lock. Okay, and so yeah, I'm not gonna hit this because that's stop. So am I having an aneurysm or something? Why have I got a hole here? That's freaking me out. Okay, come here. Why do I have a hole there? I'm not seeing something. I don't know what it is. Hold on, okay. Grease it up. Okay. Because I'm not missing anything, am I? It makes me think like I dropped a part somewhere. That is strange. Anybody notice that? I mean, disassemble your own and had that happen? Okay, come on. Okay. Why have I got a hole there? You know, I didn't notice it when I was just looking it over before disassembly. And you should, right? I mean, it's kind of obvious as hell right in your face, isn't it? Right there. What the hell? Right? I mean, I got this too tight. And I'm working with an 8 again. Damn it. Actually, it works, but I mean, technically it's a 10. Okay, now let me see. What have I got? Well, it'll go off center a little. That's centered, but I think it's a little. Yeah, it's a little strong for it to have any kind of a drop. So I'm going to back it off tiny bits to see. Okay, that's enough. Now, let me see if I got any play. No detectable play, and it looks centered. Okay, we're good. So we've got a drop. We're kind of back to where we were. Okay. So what do you think? The stovepipe. I love the design. I think the build quality is pretty solid. You know, all that kind of thing. I mean, design flow falls right in here, right here. Blade handle length is perfect. Of course, Kingdom Armory design. It's awesome in that respect. 20 CV blade steel, great. Stonewash here, good. Kind of heavy. You know, 0.53 for the thickness. Okay, that's good. Fills your hands up. Ergos will work. Not the best, but I mean, okay, it's just part of that situation you got to put up with the design. But I'd like it to be bigger. Wouldn't it be cool if you could get something like this with G10 and like a 14C, you know, blade, and like 8.5 inches overall length, something like that, in a button lock or something like. I mean, you know, you always think there's so many opportunities to expand on a great design and make it available to people who can't do $420 plus tax or whatever, right? I mean, make something that can be affordable for all the other Joes and make it bigger and make it something that they don't mind if they, you know, like a Vanguard series type thing. I mean, Spyderco is not above using FRN or G10 or something, and make something people could just carry, you know, and not have to worry about, but really enjoy this kind of design. Whew, that would be so cool. Okay, but this one, for what it is, at least as a first step, I give it the thumbs up overall. I mean, the design choices are what they made. The knife as it stands, I think, is adequate. Doesn't need to have a hardened steel insert in the log bar, because I think they carbonized it. So I think we're good there. And everything else is fine. So yeah, it's chunky, it's thick, it's what it needs to be. But for me, it just needs to be bigger. And damn, I think they got the price high enough. They don't need to increase it anymore. All right. We do. We love them knives. You guys, stay sharp.